I'm currently in a beautiful French cabin in the French Alps in Salmons. Might have pronounced that wrong, but it's a ski resort between Chamonix and Morzine, and I'm spending 1 month on a road trip around the French Alps. So I'm going to break this down into 4 parts, and the first part is going to be the Eurostar from London to Paris, my 2 nights in Paris, picking up the rental car in Geneva. I got a train from Paris to Geneva and Annecy. So I thought I would share all of my experiences with every place I've been to, obviously showing all some footage here and stuff like that. And then parts 2 and 3 and 4 will be my road trip, including Grenoble, Briançon, Courchevel, Chamonix, Salmons and Morzine. So a lot to look forward to. Okay, so let's kick it off. I got the Eurostar for the first time ever. I decided as I was in London that it would be a pretty cool experience. Let's just move this mouse out of the way, shall we? And it was great. It was efficient. Got the train from London, St Pancras, took like 2.5 hours, and you'll get right into the heart of Paris. So a nice easy experience instead of having to get to the airport, a couple of hours before, and obviously get to the airport and the flying and the all check-in. So it was a really cool, efficient way. The actual journey itself wasn't super exciting. There's not that much to see there. It's just a normal train ride, and of course it's more expensive than a cheap flight from London to Paris, which I think you can pick up for like 30 quid, whereas the Eurostar was over 100. So yeah, I'd do it once. Don't know if I'd do it again, but yeah, pretty good experience. So then got into Paris. I checked into a hotel next to the Gare de Lyon because it was right next to the other train station which I was getting to Geneva. So checked into this really nice hotel called Hotel Lo Como. Just a 3-star, good price, did the job, comfy, and good location. So yeah, really enjoyed Paris. It was my first time there as an adult. I went as like a kid when I was like 12 or something, so I can't really remember it. But yeah, really enjoyed Paris. I love getting out of the UK and experiencing different cultures. I haven't actually spent that much time in France before. I did when I was a kid, growing up skiing in Courchevel, but not really when I was an adult. So yeah, it was a really cool insight into how the French live. I've mentioned this on a few videos before that I really enjoy their kind of way of life. It seems a little bit slower paced here, but still, they work hard, and there's a lot of success, of course, in the country, but they take their time with their morning coffee. They take their time with their lunches, and of course in the evening as well. Like, food is the big cultural part, and it's where friends and family get together and they spend a lot of time on meals and that kind of stuff, whereas other countries it's seen as like a rush thing, where you eat at your desk or whatever. But Paris itself as a city, beautiful, amazing architecture, and it was very walkable. It was coming and living from London and then spending time out of London and going back to it, you realise just how busy the city is, and Paris just felt a little less busy. I think there's obviously less people in Paris, and I'm not too sure how it compares size-wise, but the streets were walkable, and it never really felt overcrowded, other than obviously the main tourist attractions, which I went to for like a few minutes, and then that was that, because I just didn't really feel like I wanted to do that. I'd rather spend my time in a local cafe or restaurant and just take in the local kind of experience, instead of going to the Eiffel Tower and the Louvre and that kind of stuff. So yeah, enjoyed Paris. Then I got the train from Paris to Geneva, which took about 3 hours, all on time, very comfortable, and it was like 20 quid. So really good transport there. Picked up my rental car in Geneva, very simple, and then it was a 45-minute drive to Annecy. Annecy was a beautiful town on the lake. the Lake of Annecy. It was very touristy, but you know, nowadays that is to be expected with anywhere nice. But you know, what I did was I went out early in the morning, so you know, 7 or 8 o'clock, go for your walk then, and then you pretty much have the whole town to yourself. So that is a little tip for you there. And then I was there for 3 full days. 2 of the days were rainy, but that was fine because I'm here for a month, so I'm working and being on holiday, so balance. So the rainy days I'm working, or the sunny days I'm out hiking and exploring, that kind of stuff. So that was fine. And then had 1 full day with nice weather, and yeah, taking in the beautiful old town of Annecy. A lot of history in that place, which I love. So yeah, really enjoyed my time in Annecy, and I would recommend it for a long weekend, or maybe during the week because it'll be less busy. So yeah, really good start to the road trip in France. Like I said, part 2, 3 and 4 are coming up, where we'll be then starting to get into the Alps and the beauty. So thumbs up, hope you enjoyed that. There we go, look at that, bit of celebration action. See you in the next one.